Welcome to day number 7 here in Egypt. We are currently on the Nile cruise. We are heading to a temple. I forgot the name of it exactly, but this is my current view from my room. I'm at the very front of the ship. So
we're at Kom Ombo Temple and Crocodile Museum.
Every time you enter like a historic monument or like an area, they just kind of like rip your ticket. Like there's no like creases within the ticket already created for them to tear off.
So but each ticket is different once you tear it. It's like a snowflake.
Yeah, pretty much. So we just got done. This is the view from the temple, and we are currently on our way to the Crocodile Museum, where according to our tour guide, he said that there used to be a bunch of crocodiles in this area. So in Egyptian culture, they used to mummify these crocodiles, and they were viewed as symbols of strength and warrior status. So we're now heading over there. We just left the Kom Ombo temple. We are now heading over to, where are we going? Which one? Edfu temple. It's gonna be a while before we get there. We get there around like 2 p.m., correct? Yeah, 2 p.m. We're gonna be there from 2 to 4. And then we get back on the ship and head over to Esna later tonight. Do you see those black markings up there? They were caused due to the Greeks using this temple as a kitchen when they were seeking shelter, and because of that, the walls were stained in black. The French then came to try to restore it, and they tried washing the walls of the black stain marks, and it resulted in fading away all of the color that was within the temple. But there was some restoration work done, so some of it was salvaged right up there. Some of the original color was left to show off once upon a time its beauty. So that was the route to go up to the second story of the temple, but they have blocked it off for security reasons. So we just got back from the Edfu temple. It was a journey. Our tour guide was telling us before we left, he was just like, please be careful, like this place is not really used to foreigners coming, and so they will do everything in their power to try to get money from you and whatnot. And so what we had to do was basically the only way to get from the port where the cruise stops to the temple was through a horse-drawn carriage. And in this horse-drawn carriage, he was like, make sure that you tip them only about 50 to 100 Egyptian pounds, which is about $2 to $5. And we were like, okay. And he was like, don't tip any more than that, because they were like, these people are like, even if you give them $1,000, they will still ask for $1 more. They're never satisfied. So that kind of scared us. And then on top of that, he said that in this city, there are some of the most aggressive street vendors where they basically just come up to you and try to sell you stuff. We faced that all over Egypt throughout the time we've been here. But he was like, this place is different. He was like, they're always going to be pestering you. They're very persistent here, and they will get you to buy something. They will put something on your shoulder like a scarf or a shawl and try to get you to purchase it. So he was like, be careful. He was like, try to not acknowledge them if you don't want to buy anything. But it wasn't as bad as he made it out to seem from our experience. Maybe it was because he went ahead and told them ahead of time that, hey, coming here with this tour group, please be mindful of it. Or maybe they just weren't in the mood today. I don't know what the reason was, but I thought they were pretty friendly. Our horse-drawn carriage guy was wonderful. He kept asking if we were okay, if everything was good. It was just great. He was wonderful. We are now leaving Edfu, and we are making our way to Esna, which then we're going to steer on over to Luxor overnight. So yeah, we'll see how tomorrow goes. This is what the view currently looks like. We're leaving Edfu and heading over to Esna. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 8 of our Egypt trip. It's Christmas Day. Merry Christmas. We are currently about to dock in Luxor and go visit the Valley of the Kings. We are now about to get off the boat to hop on a bus and make our way over to the Valley of the Kings. Today is Christmas Day. We are now currently heading over to the Valley of the Kings. Just made it through security. We are now going to go ahead and enter into the Valley of the Kings. It's basically an entire map of the Valley of the Kings. We have officially entered the Valley of the Kings, but it looks like to get around you have to take a golf cart like this. So we currently have to board like a golf cart thing in order to get to the actual Valley of the Kings where the tombs are. Alright. We are in the golf cart. All of these golf carts are electric to reduce the pollution in the area so that this Valley of the Kings can stay preserved. I thought they would take us much more deeper in, but I guess they just bring us to the entrance. We could have walked that far for the amount of time that we waited. This is the first tomb we're going to see today. It is King Ramesses IV tomb. That was the line to go see the tomb of King Ramesses IV. So we are in the King of Valleys right now. There have been 64 total tombs discovered, but there is currently still excavation and archaeology work going on. And they're saying that the expected number of tombs to be discovered is supposed to double. So there will be close to 120 total tombs that are hidden somewhere among this valley.
Then here you can see in every hour the wall used to be separated for 3 lines.
It's King Ramesses II's tomb, which has never been open to the public. This is King Ramses II's son's tomb. The K and the V stand for King's Valley, and then the 8 represents, that was the 8th tomb discovered in this entire valley. We kind of have to traverse down sideways in order to prevent from falling. In the past, they were just kind of looking for a needle in the haystack when trying to discover some of these tombs. But now with modern technology, they're able to use sonar to sort of find out where certain tombs are located. It's estimated that there is approximately 120 tombs within the King's Valley, but only about 64 have been discovered, as I almost just tripped. Climbing back up this kind of sucks.
Hey, 15-degree angle, 3 miles an hour, fastest way to move away.
So a lot of these tombs are, not a lot, all of these tombs are buried under these rock formations right here. But when they're discovered, they end up creating entrances like that for people to go through in order to see them. But it's insane to think that before we had modern technology, they were just kind of looking through all of this valley, this entire valley, through all of this rock, just searching for tombs, like finding a needle in a haystack. I don't know what that is, but it's super creepy. So we are now walking down the path which we came up in a golf cart, but it sounds like they're taking too long. There's a lot of people waiting for them, so we're just gonna quickly go ahead and walk it. And there it is right there. It literally took like 2 minutes.
Different runs take you up to the mountains. Right before 2011, we used to be.
We are currently at the temple of Hatshepsut. We have to take one of these trams all the way up there.
Now we're gonna walk.
But we want to walk, so we'll see what happens.
Everything is on that side.
We just hopped on to our electric golf cart slash tram, and we have to make our way over to that temple right there. We are currently walking up the steps of Hatshepsut. This is tiring. We've literally been doing Stairmaster this entire trip at this point. this was the first temple that was created in this area. But basically its whole purpose now was that Hatshepsut's boyfriend used this temple as inspiration and quite literally its pieces to build her this temple right here. He dismantled and took parts from this temple in order to create this masterpiece for her. We are about to enter into the main chamber of Hatshepsut's temple. It's crazy because this is almost a 2,000 to 3,000 year old monument that was created for her. Wow. We are now entering the main sanctuary of Amon-Ra. There it is. The sanctuary of Amon-Ra.